Hello and welcome. Hope you're doing all right. I am doing good. It's finally a nice day. It's been 2 weeks of very heavy rain and some wind as well. It's still pretty gusty, so even that may come across a little bit. I was just contemplating the fact that I built this little patio area up higher than the rest of it so that I could see the woods in the background above the fence, but I've just suddenly realised that the honeysuckle is blocking it now, so that was pointless. But if you want to have a look, there's the woods in the background at the top there. um yeah, let's have a little whip round and see what's going on. A lot of the wildflowers are coming up and looking good now. Ones that are standing out in the old landslide crack in the earth is this ribwort plantain. May have to change the channel name again to Steve's Jurassic Garden Hedgerow Swamp or something like that, because they look like they belong in a swamp, and a couple of the wildflowers do look particularly Jurassic, which is good, and some of them don't, but we'll go and have a look. May as well start with this crack in the earth here as we're doing it. So I've been putting the black mondo grass in there to kind of signify that it's a crack. It gets a lot of traffic here. The kids stand on it, and footballs and whatnot. So I'm not really I don't try and get too fussed about it, because otherwise I just end up raging. But yeah, whatever lives, and whatever doesn't. The bird's foot trefoil is looking good. That's the kind of bushy bits you can see. Some of it's just starting to come into flower now. There's some of the yellow flowers right there. So it looks good. Yeah, and I found some red grass. Well, not red, but whatever colour you want to call this here. Grass. You can see it's got a bit of redness to it. So yeah, that's good. We'll maybe get a couple more of them. That can represent the lava and the fire. And yeah, what I'm going to do with this, because it's quite actually high maintenance, this, I'm forever chopping the grass back on each side of it, i.e. the top and the bottom. So what I'm going to do is dig a little trench along. I've got some of that yellow rattle, which I'll sow in there, which will parasitize the grass and stop it encroaching so much, hopefully, because we don't want to be too high maintenance, do we, if we can help it. I've also realised I'm a man who likes my definition. Unfortunately for the wife, not on my stomach, but I like to see the edges of things, I've realised, because I want the long grass. The long grass is probably up there with ivy for, some of the best stuff you can get for wildlife in the UK. Yeah, that bit doesn't look great. There's a big clump of it in the climbing frame, which we'll see. There's some by the tiki head there on the left, and to be fair, the other side of that fence is a long bit of grass, which they only mow half of it. So there's about 1.5 meters out from the fence all the way down to the two houses that way and the two behind me, but it's just long grass. So probably enough there. I don't feel too bad about chopping all this back, so that'll be one of my first things to do. So yeah, we'll do that. One of the things that has come into its own and the bumblebees are loving, as you can see, is the passion flower has started flowering. He looks like he's having a nice little munch there. And yeah, it looks like it's going to go some, this, because if I come to the front of it, you can just see all the little sort of bulby bits which will turn into flowers. For my money, it's flowered a bit later this year, but of course I only put it in 1.5 years ago, so it's probably just got used to the seasons this year. And rather than flowering sort of almost straight away after I put it in the early spring, it's kind of flowering at the time it should do. So this is slightly different to the normal one you get, which is the passion flower carulia, which is the blue tinge one. This is passion flower snow cream. The leaves on this are a little bit thicker. I did have that other passion flower in there, but it died. I'm going to say that it was a football hit it and probably broke the main stem, but for whatever reason, the footballs hit this one's plenty of time as well. This one survived, and it's starting to go up all over everything as well. So yeah, creating the effect I want. There's another bumblebee there. He actually looks like he's having a little bit of a kip, rather than actually eating it, that one. So we'll leave him to it for now. But yeah, it looks good. So yeah, other wildflower news. I spread loads of seeds all over the cracks in the patio. That was just because they grow out of pavements and that, don't they? So I was just wanting to the stuff that gets trod on and worn on, fair enough, and then some of it might just grow here and there, and some of it is growing here and there. Apart from this clump of grass down here, we've got some stuff coming up in this little crack. There's also a few more A few more bits over here. This one here is coming up. There's actually one coming up out of the matting there, if you can see that. And a few more bits here and there as well. Whether they'll actually grow and flower, I don't know, but we can but hope. So yeah, let's start in this corner here. Got the 2 cyathias, which are in pots still in there in the corner. Just deciding what to do with them. It's just because the kid is the toddler is an absolute terrorist, so they're well out of his reach, and the Nephrolopus is doing well up there as well. Excuse the washing, but it's a nice day. Over here, Tiki Head's doing okay with the heart's tongues in them. The Honesty is really bulking up now. That's a biennial, so that'll flower next year. The Clematis almandii, which I put in last time, you can just see the dark flowers in the center of the screen and leaves in the center of the screen, and then it's just sending up new stuff now coming up this way. So idea of that is train it up here across the top and then down where that old passion flower was. Got a bit of ivy coming in the top corner up there and growing under my roof along with brambles, so yeah, that's good. And the Tracheospermum is starting to look a little bit straggly. It is flowering, doesn't get much sun here. It's got sort of west facing, but if we look down this side of it, it's just getting a little bit straggly. So I'll have a look up at when's the best time to prune it, I guess, after flowering, along with most of them. Moving on here, the Hydrangea Samania is still looking good, and you can see some of the stems are starting to actually stick to the wood, so that's good. So I reckon in 2 or 3 years time that's going to be absolutely fantastic. That we'll see if that flowers this year. I've never seen it flower yet, so we'll see how that does. Down here I've got a little Polypodium vulgare. I was going to put it where it is, but the postcrete is there, so the soil that's on is only about 1 inch deep. I was going to put it where Korea Rockfern was because I thought it died, but it's bounced back. So yeah, just leaving it there now, just umming and ahhing about it, really seeing what's going to go on. Other than that, here, this Terrace Umbrosa, which is starting to work its way up my list of favourite ferns. Definitely in the top 5, I think. Starting to look good, and we've got some new growth on it as well. So yeah, happy days. And then we've got the Cyathea cooperi. It's sort of a little bit funny, this. It's a bit particular, I think is the word I'd use for it. It doesn't seem to like amazingly hot weather. It's sort of between 15 and 20 degrees. It seems to fire them out, but it basically stopped growing for 2 weeks when we had that heat wave. We have got some chunky ones coming up now, as you can just see, and it's funny enough about 19 degrees the last couple of days, so that's good. Scheffler is looking good. I decided to chop the long bits that were dying off of this Fatsia, so I've lost the kind of cover there, but that's okay. I'll let the light into the hydrangea behind it, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Another good thing about this Cyathea cooperi we just looked at was sorry, this might get a bit, I'm trying to find the view I had of it the other day when I was weeding, but down here it looks a lot bigger from this side, if you see what I mean. But yeah, he's starting to bulk up a little bit, so that's good. This Dixonia antarctica looking good. Sent up its flush, as you can see. I don't know if it's going to send up another one. It might do, but the crown looks particularly sort of thick and bulbous down there, so it may do, it may not. And then as I work my way around, oh yeah, the fig tree. Yeah, you may not see that the leaves there are all dying off. Now I've tied that. If you look by that pot, the bird bath that I've tied it down. I think with the high winds, what happened is, if you have a look at the thing there, it's twisted and broke that. So I kind of likened it to, I don't know if anyone's ever broken their wrist. I've broken mine twice. It's not so much the kind of up and down movement, but when you twist your hand and it kind of feels like where the break is going to pull out. That's what I kind of figure has happened there. If it wouldn't have been tied, it would have been able to sway and it wouldn't put any strain, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it now. This dropped to its Atrata, which is one of my favourite ferns. This was in the recovery zone out the front. I was tempted to put it where this little cyclamen is down there. However, what I might actually do is, it's in a pot at the moment, I might just dig into this stuff like I have done with the bamboos and sink the pot into the sort of bark, if you see what I mean. This Hydrangea Samania, it's a bit of a weird one, this. the rats keep digging up. They haven't actually dug a more hole in it in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully it will recover. But some days I look at it and it looks really vibrant and full, and then other days it looks like now a little bit tired and a little bit ready. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. This Cyathea is chucking up new fronds left, right and centre, so that's good. This Clematis armandii is not doing what the other one did. I take it it's because it's got no sun, but you know, it may be that will wait until next year's before it gets going now. We'll just have to wait and see. As long as the leaves don't die, then I'm pretty happy with it. Down here again, maidenhair fern looking good. Definitely need to get a few more of them because as you can see, it looks really good. That's Adiantum venustum, if anyone's interested, the Himalayan maidenhair fern. This Dixonia antarctica, which only went in last year, so it's kind of out of sync with everything, but yeah, it's sending up some new stuff. That's good. Lophosauria down here, sent out this frond coming this way, so seems to like it there. Pilostagia in the corner, just it's always slow. That is northeast facing, so that literally has never seen sunlight. And then yeah, as we get around here, this Dixonia fibrosa, which I saved from getting footballized in the centre bed, it's just sent up. I think it had shocked, and because we had that heat wave before I moved it, it sort of frazzled it. But you can see there's just two small fronds have come up, so it seems to be alive. I'll just keep watering it, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We've got the resurrection Cyathea because this was dead for all intents and purposes. But it's sent up this frond, which kind of is a bit mangled, which tends to happen if they get frosted, or like I said, they're a bit particular. But it sent up a proper one coming up to the left now, so he seems like he's alive. Happy days. There's another one of those Terrace umbrosas there, new one I just put in. This Schefflera taiwaniana is getting, I don't know why the leaves are kind of like up in the core, up in the edges, if you see what I mean, rather than flat. It might be just because they're new, but yeah, you know, they look healthy, which is all I need. It might just be the variety of it, but it does look good. Here's some of that long grass I was on about, that I've left to grow there, so that'll be good for whatever wants to use it. And then round here, it's starting to look pretty good round here. Lots of different stuff going on. It's all filling out. This is that euphorbia, can't remember what it's called now, but a type of euphorbia. So I'll just leave this, and it can grow inside the play area but not in the flower beds. As you can see, the red campion still got some flowers on it, so that's quite good, long flowered, and in that awkward little spot of sort of beginning of April to May as well. This Pilostagia verbanoides has got loads of flower little bulbs on it, so that looks like he's going to go well this year. And the Clematis armandii doing well. It's managed to come all the way across, and it's kind of stopped growing now at this end for the most part, but that's good. As long as it comes across and over and it tags it on next year, that will go some over the climbing frame. And I really like this. I think I said at the last 4 videos, this Clematis armandii. It's just the way they sort of droop down after, as you can see. It sort of reminds me of, like, you know, like Tarzan swinging on the vines. So yeah, really good plant. If you've not got one of them and you're doing a jungle garden, shame on you. Joking, obviously. Canna's really popped up now the last couple of weeks, coming right up, really big leaves. We've got a Tetrapanax pup here, which is from the original one. So this was actually part of the original one in the corner, in Camellia Corner. I took a pup off this, which was here 2 years ago, and then since put that pup back in here, which is this one here, and then we've got this one growing again, so getting a steady supply of them coming through. Yeah, it looks good. This Lophosauria's again not really sizing up, but it is sending out new fronds, and some of them are dying off, as you can see. Yeah, so it looks good. Willemie's looking great. It's if I come back a little bit, it's just kind of drooping down. It's got a lot of growth on it. It's quite good. You can like see instantly where the new growth is on that, so that's good. Even some of the bamboos are starting to send up some new shoots now. So I'm not an amazing fan of the bamboo, I must admit. It's just there as a kind of something to hide the climbing frame a little bit of bulk. But yeah, it's not a long-term thing. I don't think I'll keep them there. I'll probably aim to put some like Dixonias in there, some big ones, but you're probably talking about 3 grams of Dixonias to fill those holes. So yeah, we'll do that at a later date, so shall we say. As we're in the centre bed, we may as well have a quick look at it. Again, nothing's really dying here. I'm really impressed with this ragged robin, actually. It's been flowering for a long time. Lots of flowers, if you can see them. And then also still, we're second week of June, it's still sending up some new ones here. I did indulge myself and put a couple of lavenders and a Irisean bowls mauve into some pots. This is purely selfishness, that when I'm sat on my hammock over there between the pergola and where the passion flower used to be, I like to see the insects, if you see what I mean. So what I'll do is let them grow here in full sun, and then when I'm up there, I'll just drag the pots over there, and hopefully I can watch the bees and butterflies while I'm on my hammock. Buddleia is swamping the banana out a little bit, but I'm confident that'll get going, and obviously it'll only get bigger and bigger and bigger, hopefully. So yeah, it's good. The one thing I would say about over here actually is this dandelion that's right here. I got a feeling the kid knocked one of the heads into that spot, because it's just come up with loads of them there. So I want to clear that off, because I need to give that fern a chance to grow. So that'll be one thing on my list to do as well. Just clear all the dandelion bits out. And yeah, we've got other stuff. There's a poppy there. So yeah, another wildflower. There's that other plantain which just popped itself up right there, looking nice and swampy. The other one that looks really Jurassic actually is the teasel. That's this big stalky one coming out towards us in the centre, which has got the honeysuckle resting on it. I need to sort that out actually. So I'll do that now while we're here. And these things, I don't know if you know, but the flower heads were what inspired Velcro. But yeah, if we have a look, actually, let's go over here. Yeah, so like I said, with this Clematis armandii, the way it sort of grows across and then drops down is really good. It's really, really great stuff. Got a few things over here, nasturtium, some form of daisy. There's something else in there as well, along with that herb robert I was on about last time, the little pink flowers. That's actually gone all the way up to the top now. It's right up there, so that's good. It just adds something, which is what we like. Yeah, so in update on the battle of the climbers, the clematis is definitely starting to overrun the honeysuckle a little bit, and all I'm worried about is that because it grows with these kind of, they're not tendrils, but it kind of is tendrils. I'm a bit worried about it doing what bindweed does and strangling plants. So I'm going to keep an eye on it and just see if, where it's climbing up this honeysuckle up towards that window, if you like, whether it kills off that bit of the honeysuckle or not. If it does, I might chop it back. But we've got some honeysuckle going off to the left as well. So yeah, we'll just sort of see how that goes. I don't want to prune anything if I don't have to. And yeah, they kind of grow the climbers are super interesting, I find, because different tactics for everyone. The clematis and the passion flowers, like I said, I've got these kind of tendrils, and they kind of grow like a kind of spider's web kind of thing, like stretching out in all directions, whereas the honeysuckle is a bit more like the tide coming in at the beach. It sort of comes in on a wave one year, and then it will recede a bit, but not quite as far as what it was, and then the next year it grows again and goes a little bit further in, and then it comes back again, and then it goes out. So it's kind of a bit more like that. So one bit that I might actually prune is down here. I've put this Pilostagia verbanoides down here, but we've got this bit of the honeysuckle on top of it, which is kind of blocking the light. So because it's only just gone in the ground, I don't really want to, but I may take that bit of the honeysuckle out there just so it gets some light to it, just so it can get going this year. And then I think it'll be all right after that, because they're pretty good in shade. not full shade, but you know what I mean, like half shade. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's got a nice big dahlia here coming up, which looks like it's about to flower, so that should add us something good in there. Yeah, just looks good. We've got lots of flowers coming on the honeysuckle again, so happy with that. And if I take a step back, it is an absolute beast. Um, and speaking of the honeysuckle cuttings, I've got 5 of them still. So yeah, I'm just in the process of sort of hardening them off and putting them in bigger pots and this, that, and the other. And then they'll be good for next year. And I'm going to give one of them away in a competition when I do my waterfall. So keep an eye out for that. Obviously, no warranties if they don't arrive in well good condition. One thing I wish I'd done last year with the sago palm is tucked these fronds underneath the bits of the honeysuckle that are coming up here, just because it's kind of pushing it up like it's growing against the wall, but too late now. See, we've got lots of flowers on this new tracheospermum I've put in. That's probably because it's come from a garden centre and was in optimum conditions, but it is growing up through. We've got lots of new growth, as you can see, coming up here, so that should be quite good, and hopefully in the end marry up with that one and sort of fill this space out a bit. And then, yeah, what I might do with this bench, because the honeysuckle is growing out, it's a bit awkward to sit there. I don't really want to chop it off. So I may take those stones out from underneath it and put it with the other ones, put one seat in there, and then put the 2 cyatheas in pots there. But yeah, like I said, the little kids are terror, so I probably won't. And lastly, Camellia Corner. This Dixonia is doing really good. Terrace Umbrosa behind it is doing super good. You can see it there. Try and give you a good look at that, actually. Yeah, definitely up there. Great jungle fern, that, if you see them about. And then, yeah, if it wasn't for this tetrapanax being double staked, it would be on the floor by now, because the wind has been coming straight off the top of that fence across, and it's been coming out towards us. One thing I did notice about this one, actually, is that the leaves are really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, got a long slit on them. No, not elongated. Venerated, is that it? I'm not sure. This Nephrolepis here, I don't think it likes the wind, the Nephrolepis. So that one may change in future times. And then, yeah, just the giant honeysuckle cutted at the back there, just like I said, just going slowly but surely. So, yeah, it's starting to fill out a bit. It's looking good. Makes a difference, this passion flower being sort of flowering and full, if you like. So yeah, good stuff. I'm happy. Like I said, I've got some few bits to do. Probably, like I said, chop some of the long grass out, just to give a bit of definition, get those dandelions out, and yeah, go from there. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it and enjoying the weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.